Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss the current affairs of this week, right? So whatever was the major topics which are relevant for the point of view of UPSC and other competitive exams, we are going to discuss in this particular video, right? So starting with the first question, we are going to discuss the current affairs in the form of question and answer. Starting from with the first question, the first question it is on Uniform Civil Code, UCC. Now you all must be knowing that state of Uttarakhand, it is about to implement UCC, right? So we'll be seeing three statements about UCC and we have to see out of these three how many are correct. So the statement 1 says that UCC aims to replace personal laws based on religion with a common set of laws for all citizens. This statement, it is absolutely correct. Reason being, right now we have personal laws for different communities. For example, we have Hindu personal laws, we have Islamic or Muslim personal laws, and so on, right? So right now issues related to marriage, then divorce, then inheritance, then maintenance, adoption, succession. These are the issues under UCC. Right now these issues are governed by our personal laws. We don't have a common set of laws for all citizens in India. What UCC is trying to do is, it is trying to bring uniformity, meaning replacing these personal laws with common laws for everybody, right? So statement 1 is absolutely correct. Statement 2 is about that Constitution of India explicitly mandates the implementation of UCC under Article 44. Yes, so Article 44 of the Constitution of India, it deals with Uniform Civil Code. Article 44, as you all must be knowing, it is part of DPSPs, part 4 of the Constitution, right? Part 4 which deals with DPSPs. The thing with DPSP is, DPSPs are not legally enforceable, and hence meaning even if state does not implement DPSPs, right, the people or citizens, they don't have remedy to approach court or asking courts to force the executive or legislature to implement DPSPs, right? So because UCC is a DPSP, it is not a fundamental right, it is a DPSP, we can't approach to court, or it is not justiciable in nature. So statement 2 is also correct because it is explicitly mentioned in the Constitution, right? And the third thing is, UCC is currently enforced across all Indian states with no exception. This statement is incorrect. So barring Goa, which has a Portuguese law implemented before independence itself, right? Barring Goa, no other state in India has uniformity with respect to these matters, right? Uttarakhand will become the first state after independence to implement UCC in India, right? As you all must be knowing, these subjects, they also come under concurrent list in the 7th schedule. Concurrent list. So we have 3 lists in the 7th schedule: union list, state list, and concurrent list. Union list means the subject over which only Parliament of India can make laws. State list means the subject over which only state assemblies can make laws. And concurrent list means the subjects over which both Parliament as well as state assemblies can make laws. So these subjects, they come under concurrent list, and hence State Assembly of Uttarakhand is empowered to make laws over these subjects as well. So when statement 1 and 2 is correct, 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect, answer would be option A. So moving forward to the next question. Next question, it is about OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, right? So this topic again was in news because of the Donald Trump coming to power, and Donald Trump is saying that we in USA, we are going to increase the production of crude oil, right, which is going to change the prices of oil in the international market, right? And hence OPEC was in news. Now statement 1 says, OPEC, it was established in the year 1960 to coordinate and unify petroleum prices among its member countries. This statement is true. OPEC was initially formed in 1960 with only 5 members. And initially in Baghdad it was created, right? Right now OPEC has 12 members. For example, countries like Iraq, Iran, then Saudi Arabia, Then there are some countries from Africa, also Nigeria, right? So OPEC has 12 countries right now, and OPEC was initially formed in 1960. So statement 1 is correct. The objective of OPEC was to unify petroleum policies among its member countries. So these member countries, they take a call how much petroleum to be extracted, how much crude oil production should we do, what should be the price of crude oil in the international market, right? Now the second statement says all OPEC member countries are from Middle East and Africa. So I mean, that as we have discussed, that right now there are 12 member countries to OPEC. Out of these 12, 11 are from Middle East or Africa only. But there is one country named as Venezuela. This Venezuela country, it is neither from Africa nor from Middle East, and hence statement 2 will be incorrect. So only one country is not from Middle East or Africa. This country, Venezuela, it is in South America here. This country is Venezuela, right? So statement 2 is incorrect because not all member countries. There is one exception. And the third statement says the primary aim of OPEC is to regulate oil production and prices, ensuring fair and stable prices for the producer and consumers. So yes, this statement is absolutely correct. Objective of OPEC is that prices of oil in the international market should be fair, they should be stable also, and hence oil production is regulated by these countries, because OPEC countries, if you know, nearly 38% of the global oil production is done only in these 12 countries. And in fact, a important fact will be that roughly 79 to 80% of overall global oil reserve is found only in these countries, right? So meaning these countries are reservoirs of oil and natural gas, and hence if these countries decide how much to produce, right, that matters, right, because most of the oil lies with these countries only. Yes, so statement 3 is absolutely correct, 2 is incorrect, and hence answer would be option B. Moving forward to the next question. Next question is about World Economic Forum. So you all must be knowing that the annual meeting of World Economic Forum right now is going on in Switzerland. So we'll be seeing about the 3 statements on World Economic Forum. Statement 1 says that World Economic Forum, it is an international non-governmental organization that focuses on public-private cooperation to address global issues. This statement is absolutely correct. WEF, it is a non-governmental organization. It is not a government organization. Yes, and focus is obviously on public-private collaboration or cooperation. Statement 2 is about that WEF holds annual meeting in Davos in Switzerland, where world leaders discuss economic and political issues. This statement is correct. In fact, right now the annual meeting is going on in Davos, Switzerland, of World Economic Forum, where leaders from politics, leaders from business sector, they all, or academia also, they all have come to decide the global policies, right? So statement 2 is also correct. Statement 3 is WEF is responsible for creating global trade policies and setting up national economic agendas for the country. This statement is problematic. Reason being, for creation of global trade policies, the primary institution which we have is WTO, World Trade Organization, and not the WEF, right? So statement 3 will be incorrect. Only 1 and 2 will be correct. Answer should be option A. Moving forward to the next question, Swamitva scheme. This scheme was in news because recently Prime Minister of India has given nearly more than 50 lakh Swamitva card or property card to people in rural part of India, right? And hence this scheme was in news. We'll be seeing about the details of this scheme now. So statement 1 says the scheme is implemented by Ministry of Rural Development. This statement is incorrect. This scheme, it is implemented by Ministry of Panchayati Raj. Ministry of Panchayati Raj, and not by Ministry of Rural Development. Question for you people will be, who is our Minister for Panchayati Raj, right? This you can comment in the YouTube section, right? Then the next statement is, it aims to provide property card to rural household by mapping land parcels using drone technology. That is again a correct statement. Reason being, that is a scheme all about, right? Under Swamitva scheme, what government is doing is using drone technology. Government is mapping land parcels, and what government is doing is the land parcel, for particular land parcel they are giving a property card. So land record is now maintained, and the owner of the land will also be given a property card, and it has multiple benefits. Such kind of giving of property cards, it has multiple benefits. For example, now it is helping people, or especially in rural part of India, to monetize their assets, right? So for example, if you have a property card, if government knows now that you have this much of land, using this property card you can go to bank and ask for loan, right? So when bank gives loan, they ask for collateral, right? So this property card or this property can act as a collateral to get loan, right? So that is one benefit. For example, the another benefit will be, now panchayats or third tier governments, they also get to know who has how much of property, right? And accordingly they can also impose property tax. So now there will be a clear cut record, right, about the property in India, right? So, and for this government is using drone technology. And the third statement says this, it was launched in 2020 as a central sector scheme. Yes, this statement is again absolutely correct. The scheme was launched during COVID times, and it is a central sector scheme. You all might be knowing about two kind of schemes. One is central sector scheme, and another is centrally sponsored scheme. Centrally sponsored scheme. What is the difference between two? Difference between two is, both these two schemes, they are designed by central government and implemented by state government. The thing is, in case of centrally sponsored scheme, the funding pattern is 60-40. Central government gives 60% of the fund, 40% is to be borne by states. On the other hand, in central sector schemes, all 100% funding is given by central government, right? So it is a central sector scheme. Swamitva scheme, it is a central sector scheme. Because statement 1 is incorrect, answer would be option B. Then moving forward to the next question, it is about Chilka Lake. Chilka Lake right now was in news. Reason being, a bird census was conducted by government in Chilka Lake. We will be seeing about Chilka Lake now. Statement 1 says it is Asia's largest brackish water lagoon, which spans over 165 square kilometer. This statement is absolutely correct. It is Asia's largest brackish water lagoon, right? Brackish water means water which has salinity more than fresh water but less than sea water, right? That water is called as brackish water. Chilka Lake is a brackish water lagoon. Secondly, it is Asia's largest such lagoon. Statement 2 is, the lake is located in the state of West Bengal and serves as a habitat for migratory birds. Now it serves as a habitat for migratory birds. That part is correct, but it is not in West Bengal. This lake, it is in the state of Odisha. So this state is Odisha, right? Here you will be finding Chilka Lake. Chilka Lake, it is a very big lake. It spans, or it covers 3 districts of Odisha. So statement 2 is incorrect. Reason being, it is not in West Bengal but in Odisha. Then the third statement says Chilka Lake is designated a Ramsar site. It is a designated Ramsar site due to its ecological importance. So Ramsar convention, you people might have heard about this convention. Ramsar is a place in Iran, and under Ramsar convention, some wetlands who have high ecological importance, such wetlands, they are given the status of Ramsar site. Chilka Lake is also one such site in India, right? The statement 3 is correct. Again, because statement 2 is incorrect, answer would be B, 1 and 3. Moving forward to the next question, it is about World Health Organization, WHO. Now this topic was in news. Reason being, the new US government or Donald Trump government, the first decision they have taken is, the Trump administration has taken is, they have pulled US out of WHO. This news was this was a very big topic, very important topic, when US decided to leave or quit WHO. So we'll be studying about, or we'll be discussing three statements about WHO now. Statement 1 says WHO, it is a specialized agency of United Nations which was established in the year 1948 and it is responsible for international public health. All these information are correct. It is a specialized, please remember, it is a specialized agency of UN, United Nations, which was established in 1948. So UN was established in the year 1945. WHO within UN was created in 1948 and it is responsible for international public health. Now statement 2 is that WHO provides financial support to health organizations in low income countries but does not provide technical assistance. This statement will be incorrect. Reason being, primarily WHO itself is dependent on other, mostly on other countries and some non-state actors also for their funding. They don't generally provide funds. They help with technical assistance. They help, but and with respect to framing of policies, with respect to research also they help. But generally, funding part is not done by WHO. And the third statement says the primary goal of WHO is to promote health, keep the world safe and serve the vulnerable. So that statement is in general true, right? That is a primary goal, that is a basic responsibility of the WHO, that to keep the world safe and basically serve the most vulnerable in the world. So such kind of research are done by WHO, such kind of policies are made by WHO and they in coordination with the national government, they implement the targets which government itself set, right? So statement 3 is correct, 2 is incorrect and hence answer would be option B. Moving forward to the next question, it is about Quad, quadrilateral security dialogue, right? So Quad, as you all must be knowing, that in the oath taking ceremony of Donald Trump, India's foreign minister, that is S. Jaishankar, he also visited there, and on the sideline of this event only, Quad ministers, Quad foreign affairs minister, they had a meeting, right? And hence Quad was in news. So the statement 1 says Quad, it is an informal strategic dialogue, informal strategic dialogue between 4 countries, India, US, Japan and Australia. Now this statement is correct. These are the 4 member countries of Quad, which is an informal strategic dialogue, right? So these are the 4 member countries that you have to remember: India, United States, Japan and Australia. Statement 2 says Quad member countries, they participate in a naval exercise named as Malabar exercise. This statement is also correct, right? So Malabar exercise, there are 4 members to it now. Prior to 2020, only 3, India, US and Japan used to participate. Since 2020, we are seeing that 4 member countries, all 4, India, US, Japan and Australia are participating into this. So that is a very, again, correct statement. Statement 3 says the primary focus of Quad is to promote free trade agreement among member countries. This is not true, right? Primary aim of Quad is to ensure free, safe, open Indo-Pacific. So Indo-Pacific region, this region is Indo-Pacific region. So this is the map of the world, right? And this is India, and this is Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean. So from, or I'll say this is also Pacific, right? So from here to this part, this all is Indo-Pacific region. The objective of Quad is to ensure that in Indo-Pacific region it is free, it is open. Indo-Pacific region is free and open, right? That is the objective of Quad, not to promote free trade agreement. That is not the objective, right? So statement 3 is incorrect and hence answer would be option A. Moving forward to the next question, it is about Indus Water Treaty. So Indus Water Treaty, it was again in news, you all might have read about it. Let's see what this treaty says. What are the 3 statements about this treaty? Statement 1 says the treaty was signed between India and Pakistan in the year 1960 and mediation was done by World Bank. This statement is again 100% correct. The treaty was signed in 1960 between 2 countries, India and Pakistan, and it was mediated by World Bank. As per this treaty, Indus plus its 5 tributaries, namely Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Byas and Satluj. How the water of these 6 rivers, which some of them originate in Tibet, most of them they originate in India, and ultimately flows into Pakistan and then to Arabian Sea. So the objective of this treaty was, the purpose of this treaty was how the water of these 6 rivers will be shared between India and Pakistan, right? So this treaty was signed in 1960 between India and Pakistan. The statement 2 says, under this treaty, India was given exclusive rights over the use of Indus, Chenab and Jhelum river. This statement is incorrect. Reason being, if you have heard or if you have read about Indus Water Treaty, the water of these three rivers, Indus, Jhelum and Chenab, this water was given to the Pakistan, and complete control over the water of Ravi, Byas and Satluj was given to India. So Pakistan was given the water of Indus, Jhelum and Chenab, and these three rivers were given to India. So statement 2 will be incorrect. Reason being, they have written that Indus, Chenab and Jhelum's water or exclusive right over these water has been given to India. No. Statement 3 says the treaty allows India to use western rivers for non-consumptive purpose such as irrigation and hydroelectric project. This statement is correct. Reason being, these three rivers, the northern rivers, they are also called as western rivers. So these Jhelum, Chenab and Indus, right? These are termed as western rivers under the treaty. The water of these western rivers will be given to Pakistan, but for non-consumptive use, even India can also use this water, utilize this water. For example, for irrigation purpose or for hydroelectric project also, India can use the water of these rivers. So statement 3 is correct, 2 is incorrect, answer would be B. Moving forward to the next question, it is about factors influencing rupee fluctuation. Fine. So you all must be reading that rupee has depreciated to all-time low, right? So $1 now is equal to, let's say 86.5 or so, right? It is a very, rupee has depreciated a lot in last few weeks. So in this question, we'll be seeing what factors they lead to fluctuation in the price or the value of rupee. Statement 1 says higher FDI, foreign direct investment inflows, it generally lead to appreciation of rupee. Now, this statement is correct. Reason being, how the prices of rupees are determined? If there is more inflow of dollar into India's economy, if there is more inflow of dollar, rupee will appreciate. Price of rupee or value of rupee will appreciate. If there is more outflow of dollar, in such a case, the price of rupee will depreciate. So when FDI inflows, when FDI comes into India, it leads to more dollar coming into India, which leads to increase or appreciation in the price of or in the value of rupee. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 says a rise of crude oil prices usually result in depreciation of rupees. This statement is also correct. Reason being, as the prices of crude oil increases, what happens because of it is the export bill of India, it increases, meaning there will be more outflow of dollar from India. Whenever outflow happens, the prices of rupee will come down or value of rupee will come down, rupee will depreciate. So both these statements are correct. Answer would be option C. And the last question for this particular video is a particular place named as Philadelphia Corridor. They've asked, it is a narrow strip of land that runs along the border between Gaza Strip and which country? So where is Philadelphia Corridor basically? It is asked. So options are between Gaza Strip and which country? Options are A. Israel, B. Jordan, C. Egypt, D. is Lebanon. This topic was in news because recently and few months back also, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, he has said that even after this treaty is signed, this peace agreement has been signed with Gaza or with Hamas, right? Israel is going to keep the control over Philadelphia Corridor, right? So let's see where is Philadelphia Corridor. So you all must be knowing this is western part of the Asia. We call it as West Asia only, and this country is Israel, right? This is Israel, right? Now here you will be finding Gaza. this small strip is Gaza Strip, right? In this Gaza, towards south of this Israel and Gaza, you'll be finding this country as Egypt. This is Egypt, this is Israel, this is Gaza. Now, there is a small corridor between Egypt and Gaza. Can you see this small corridor between Egypt and Gaza? It is nearly 14 kilometer wide. This small corridor, it is called as Philadelphia corridor. Even the very famous border between Egypt and Gaza, that is called as Rafah border, that also is in Philadelphia corridor only. So the answer of the question will be, it is between Gaza. Where is the question? It is between Gaza Strip and Egypt. So C will be the correct answer, right? So I hope with the help of this video, what we have tried to cover is, we have tried to cover 10 topics. First one was Uniform Civil Code. Then another was OPEC, Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. Then third one is World Economic Forum. Fourth is Swamitva scheme, because Prime Minister gave many property cards under this scheme. Fifth one was about Chilka Lake, because of bird census conducted by government there. Sixth one was about World Health Organization. It was in news, reason being the new US government, it has decided to pull US out of this organization. The next question was about Quad, because a recently Foreign Affairs Minister level meeting of Quad has happened in USA. Next question was about Indus Water Treaty, because again it was also in news. World Bank made a statement about Indus Water Treaty. Then about fluctuation of Indian rupee, because rupee prices or rupee value has depreciated a lot. And last question was about Philadelphia corridor. So these 10 things which were very much in news, which are relevant for not just for UPSC but other competitive exams also, we have tried to cover in this particular. So I hope these topics are clear to you all now. Thank you so much.